Hey guys, and welcome to my first video on my channel. To be honest, I don't really know what I'm doing, and so with a lack of editing skills and a dream, I've decided to just keep it simple, go for a light-hearted commentary style video over my AnyList. Just as like an introduction into myself, who I am, the sort of things I like, and what sort of environment I want this place to be, what sort of a place I want to cultivate. First and foremost, I enjoy all animes. I have some good, some bad opinions, as everybody will know, and I'm gonna warn you, this channel will be an awful lot of rambling. I can't help it. I think personally that's part of the fun, just getting lost on a tangent, not knowing where we're going. And I will give a prerequisite that even from some of these top watching animes, as you can see, I might have some seriously hot takes that people don't agree with. But I'm happy to listen to people. I would love to hear people's advice on what sort of content they would like to see me doing going forwards, if people do engage with it. And yeah, I want this to just be a safe space where people can feel happy to comment, to share opinions, and yeah, that would be really, really preferable for me. So just to get to know a bit about myself, I have watched an awful lot of anime, as we can see over on the left, a worrying amount, you might say. And so I just wanted to kind of go through some of my favorites towards the top of my AnyList. And I've left in my channel the link to my AnyList if anybody's interested and wants to see a bit more. Please do follow me on here. I'd be happy to follow you back. And yeah, so just to get started, I wanted to go over some of my favorites so people know my style, what sort of things I look for, why I look for them, why maybe I prioritize them. So you'll probably see some pretty blatant ones which you'd expect to be here. I'll do it kind of slowly, but not too slow. So a couple of these I'm not going to explain, but these I think are all relatively fair. I don't think anybody would have too much contention with these. I'm happy to invite that contention. If people don't agree, look, come at me, say something. I'm happy to listen. I'm more than happy to hear. But as we move on, I want to see if there's any which I think people might have like a little bit of a gripe with. Okay, so here's some of the first ones, really, seeing as they're part of the same series. I know Fruits Basket is a funny one. A lot of people give it a lot of shtick, and actually, I'm in a weird way. I do watch all, but like you might say, I'm not the super intended audience for it. I can't help but love this anime. It sometimes animes I think are so tied to like contextually bound events, like what was the first one you watched? Did you watch it during like a good part in your life, or was it that one summer where you just binged it? And I can't help but with Fruits Basket have this special attachment. Don't get me wrong, all of my mates say that it's just an absolutely stupid take that should be nowhere near a number 10. Granted, they haven't actually watched it and they like to slag off animes that they don't watch. But I stand by it. Fruits Basket is good, which is why I've actually got all 3 seasons on a 10. I know. Maybe that's a little bit hot. Maybe there's bias involved. I don't care. I think Fruits Basket is a beautiful anime. I love the messaging in it. I love the characters. I like the style. It's different. It's got that kind of fantasy slice of life feel, and there's something special about it. It feels very original, or it feels unique in its complexion. Whereas like a lot of animes can have that kind of copy and paste procedure, which is good, and look, they obviously follow it for a reason. It works, but it's just good. There's no other way of putting it. Fruits Basket is really, really good. I'm not going to go over things like Death Note, Demon Slayer, Frieren, Fooly Cooly. I'm not going to go over these in this kind of introductory video because, I mean, there's not much of a debate to be had there. Wink, wink. Look, I'm inviting the debate onto me. Please, please come at me. If you don't think Death Note's at a 10, say so. Demon Slayer, not a 10, say so. If any of these aren't a 10, say so. But give me reasons why. That's what I need to hear. I don't think any of these ones are too crazy. There's a lot of nostalgia here, and I do appreciate that. Like, I love Hajime no Ippo. I love Inuyasha. These are just great watches. I'm a big JoJo's fan. Like, I would say I prefer the manga to the anime, but I still absolutely adore the anime with part 5 being my favorite part. probably closely followed by part 4, to be honest, which I know that's a hot take, and I'd be willing to discuss JoJo's with people anytime. But yeah, besides that, I don't think that's too bad. I'm trying to think what is one which is a bit of like a hidden gem. The issue is, I think now that it's progressed, I would say they are. I, I wouldn't really call Orb and Apothecary hidden gems, because I think at the time of release and whatnot, they weren't as like well respected as maybe they should have been. I mean, I was frustrated that Apothecary Diaries didn't win Anime of the Year when Solo Leveling did. But hey, that's a discussion for another time. I'm not gonna shit on Solo Leveling. I'm just gonna say I don't think it's the best anime that should have won Anime of the Year. And same with Orb. I absolutely adore Orb. You'll hear me glaze Orb in any conversation possible. I put it in debates that it should be nowhere near, and I don't care. I absolutely love Orb. I struggle to think of something about it that I didn't enjoy. Yes, there might be slight bias in that I am a philosophy student, well, about to graduate as a philosophy student, and Orb has very deep-rooted philosophies intertwined, but hey, who hasn't got their biases, am I right? So yeah, and then we've got Paprika, Perfect Blue, classics, always going to be here. One Piece fan letter, and sorry, just to go. Obviously, we got One Piece on a 10, but that should be a given. And yeah, to be honest, we come towards the end. I know this is a bit weird. I got like the Attack on Titans just away. I'm quite harsh with my critiques. I think like I used to have a lot more on a 10, and then I kind of combed through them and went, is this a 10? I don't know. So I've gotten a lot more harsh with my critiques, and yeah, I know a lot of you are probably picking up on the B stars in the bottom right. Yes, I like B stars. B stars is a good watch, and I'm not going against that. I'm happy to listen to people, and I can understand how it's not people's style, especially with the CG animation, especially with some of the content in it. Like it does make some people uncomfortable, and I'm aware of that. And people, you'd think like, oh, why would you watch like human animals? Is that not really weird? And like, isn't it like sexualized and whatnot? And I can see why that opinion is like quite widespread, and why people somewhat are averse to watching it. But to be honest, if you actually watch it, you realize it's not like needless sexualization like in a lot of animes you might get the fan service. It's like integral to the development and the emotional bonds between characters. The obviously the political and social climate undertones within the anime are amazing as well. So I would always recommend people watch Beastars. To be honest, I'm trying to think if I have any hot takes. It's difficult to just jump across, so it's easier for me to kind of scroll down and pick up to see if I have anything where it just should not be altogether. This is really harsh, but I have Fruits Basket lower down here on the original Fruits Basket purely because the animation style is a bit harsh. I do like it. I do think it's tasteful, but it was a bit for me, and that did bring it down a notch. Like when they reanimated it, I thought it went up levels. It was so good. Here's a hot, I guess this is a positive hot take in a way. I don't know if it is a hot take, but I don't think it gets the respect it deserves. It's actually The Great Pretender. Soundtrack, I mean, I love a saxophone, can't help it. Love a saxophone. That's why I like JoJo's a lot as well. But I love a saxophone, and Great Pretender has the saxophone in spades. I just couldn't get enough of it. And I love the art style. It's so fun, so quirky. The color scheme, super bold. It was a real like breath of fresh air, which I hadn't had in a while. Like I thought anime, especially around that time, I'm completely estimating, I think it was like 2021 or something like that. It might have been earlier. It started to get a bit stale. Like it was slowing up a bit. There were some good ones. There's always good animes coming out, but it was a real breath of fresh air. It was unique and nice. I've obviously got these are all pretty valid. In fact, I think I might drop Stone Ocean down a bit lower. I wasn't too thrilled with Stone Ocean. I am just a JoJo's glazer, which is why I completely acknowledge that it probably shouldn't be here. But for the time being, we'll leave it there. Now that I'm scrolling through, I am starting to realize that some of these takes are absolutely horrific. Like Kuroko's Basketball, for example. It's great. I loved watching it at the time, and I could definitely see why at the time I put it there. Looking back on it, is Kuroko's Basketball Season 3 a 9.5. That's a conversation for another time. But these are the sorts of things that I really want to do with people. I want people to, of course, only if they want to, only if they find it entertaining, please, please, please do engage with my content. I will try to improve. Yes, I'm terrible at editing. I have no editing skills whatsoever. The only real like credit in my bank is that I have watched an awful a lot of anime, like a scary, scary amount of anime that I probably should have done more with my life, to be entirely honest. But I don't care. I love anime. It's very special to me. And yeah, I mean, this is sort of a slight introduction. I guess maybe I could, in my next video, go into more depth, if that's what people want. If people comment and say they want like analysis of specific animes or my opinions, I'd be happy to invite discussions into that. And that could be anything. Like, so, and even if people go through my channel to go through my AniList and see what animes maybe I haven't watched, I'm always looking for recommendations. I mean, ultimately, my list is getting scarily empty, and I'm much more reliant on the seasonal releases nowadays. And that's another thing I'd like to do. Obviously, it will be inspired by YouTubers like Giguk. For those of you who know, who if you've somehow managed to find my channel, you will definitely know Giguk. It's definitely inspired by that. I used to watch a lot of his well, the anime dub videos are great, anime in minutes, but particularly his review videos. I mean, that's also the content he shifted towards now. I'd be more than happy to do that kind of thing. I know I don't have as much of a reputation, but I would be willing to do that kind of thing because it's my passion. And speaking about anime is what I love. So I'd be happy to do more up here with the seasonal releases, because I watch a fair amount. I don't watch all of them, but I give everything a pretty fair go. And a lot of these will be inflated scores, I'm not going to lie, because, you know, there's recency bias, and when anime's dry, that happens. But yeah, I'd be willing to do like some reviews on seasonal ones or even old ones. Like I say, you go back as far as Attack on Titan or Clanad, Fruits Basket, Haikyuu. Analysis videos, review videos, what I don't like. Quiz videos, I'm not bothered. As long as it's anime themed, I'm happy to do it. Just please, if you do engage and you have any like fun ideas, or even if they're selfish ideas, even if they're things that just you personally want to see, they're not necessarily that they would like make good content in general, just it's something you want to see that maybe is a bit niche that you don't get to see from bigger YouTubers, I would be more than happy to give it a go and facilitate, because as I said, this is a project and I'm just trying it out. I really don't know what I'm doing. I just want to discuss, create a safe place where people feel they can have conversations around anime without their takes being like, it can be critiqued, of course, but without them being like shit on. I don't want this to be that kind of place. I want it to be a safe space where you feel validated in your opinion, but you can have fun conversations with people. You can get in debates around anime. I think that's the sort of place I would like to make. So yeah, just as like a first rough video, this is all I'm going to go with. I'm sorry. I know it's super rough. It's super drafty. Like, it's super raw content. Literally just filming in a room with sharing my screen, recording my audio. But as I said, I'm terrible at editing, something I'm going to have to improve at. And I thought for a first video, webcam might be a bit aggressive. So I've left it at this for now. As I said, please do, if you have seen my video, give it a like, share it with people if you think they'll like it, and just engage. Please drop a comment down below if you have any ideas of what you'd like to see, or you have any questions for me personally. I'd be happy to do like a Q&A style thing if you're interested in that. But if you purely want the anime side of things, please drop a comment, tell me what you want to see, and I will do my best to try and make that happen. So yeah, thank you very much for watching my first video, and I will see you next time.